wasn't settled with the original. I thought it was nice. It was a little springy beat, but then I wasn't a springy guy. You feel
Mm,
me? So I wanted something that more reflected my taste and my style. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Um, what was the plan going into your day, or I'm sorry, your sophomore album? Did you make any adjustments from album number one going into number two?
Um, no, not that I know of.
Just kept
I think
kept
Howie might have upgraded his equipment.
the
We had more
chemistry
equipment. We had some better equipment.
the chemistry still there with Howie T at this
Oh
time?
yeah, me and Howie till today. You know what I'm saying? I probably talk to Howie this week or something, or we don't talk every day like that, but we always touch base. Howie, how's everybody? How the kids? Whoop whoop whoop. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? He actually has a child that's the same age as my career. You know what I'm
Man, Howie
saying?
T is in the building,
Nastasha,
looks
yeah,
like.
she was born when my record was put out. So that's
Right.
how I kind of know how long I've been doing this on wax. You know what I mean?
Right. You stepped into the producer seat on this one. Can you take us back to that transition from MC to you said you was producing kind of at your mom's house. Why did you step up on this one? How did you feel so comfortable?
Because put it like this, man. Once you know music and you love music, you can make music. So, I just wanted to, follow in tradition. If I had that equipment in the first place, I would have been made some music. But, I was a kid with no money. Like, what I'm gonna do? Buy what? I wouldn't know to spend my money, hard ass earn money on some equipment. You know what I'm saying? That shit is
Right.
expensive, bro. I don't know young people buying equipment like that. Now it's all in the computer. So yeah, everybody can make beats. You get your laptop.
Right.
Super producer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What was those sessions like on that sophomore album?
Some chilling. I don't know. We did all that shit in Howie's crib.
On
Did it all
five
in his
minute
house.
on 5 Men and the Mic, you brought some friends along. What do you remember most about recording with Little Sean and Coolie Man, Action Love?
Well, Coolie Man is my brother, Devon. Shout outs to my brother Devon. I love you, bro. Um, he was on there. My brother, well, he was on different records. He was on my reggae feature on the album. But 5 Men and the Mic that was my brother Drew. He was on that. DJ Action was on it. Little Sean, and who else was on it? Five of us and 40. Shout
40.
outs to 40 Love. 40. Yeah. Yes,
Um, I,
yeah.
I believe the mission came out about a month after the album dropped. Why was it late dropping the single before the album?
I don't know. You have to ask Profile Records.
They dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, I was a kid doing my shit. Like I ain't care about that shit. I just want them to put it out and pay me.
Your second single, last and the last single, "Come On and Move It," took even longer. Um,
Oh damn,
what?
y'all was timing my shit?
Yeah, man.
Damn,
It
son.
took
How
about
old
ten
was you?
months. It took about 10 months after the album dropped.
How
So
old
what?
was you when it came out? How old are you now?
I'm 40, 3 years away from 50.
Okay. Copy that.
So yeah, I was 14 when the album dropped.
Investigating my shit at 14, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, that's the life of a rap nerd, man.
Yo, you got a bunch of shit back there. Remind me of Kwame, man. Kwame got that collection. He collects collectibles and dolls and shit like characters and shit like that. That's
Right.
cool. That should be worth a lot of money.
Absolutely. These are my Bitcoins right here.
Exactly, exactly.
Um, like I said, that single took forever to drop. What are you witnessing around Profile at this time?
I ain't witnessing shit, man. I go do my press. I ain't live up there. That was their office. You know what I'm saying? It was in the village. It was cool. I went up there, see women, go around, walk around the village and pick up women.
Right.
We love the girls.
No doubt. Overall, was Special Ed pleased with this sophomore album?
Oh yeah, I was definitely pleased with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always pleased with my work. I don't put it out if I'm not pleased.
Right.
because then that's an embarrassment to myself. It's like saying, here's some shitty work, enjoy.
Right.
I don't do that.
Exactly.
Everything I lay down, I put my all into because it resonates. It shows. You know what I'm saying? 30 years later, people saying your shit. It means something. It means that it had an impact.
Right. The album does its thing. Fast forward, cool ass Special Ed makes a special appearance in the movie Juice. Can you take us back to that role and how that came about?
Yeah, Juice was a movie I read for. I read for a different part, and I didn't get the part, and I just happened to be chilling with Pac on the set. He was in town. It was uptown. I was like, fuck it, I come uptown and fucks with you. So we chilling up there, building in the trailer and all that. And then I was like, yo, I read for this movie. He was like, word? I was like, yeah, man, they ain't give me the part, though. They gave it to a dude that looked just like me, though. Well, not just like me, but, the description, right?
Right.
So he's like, word? So I'm like, yeah, man, shit is crazy. Why? How they didn't use the real special ed? They used the fake special ed. You feel me? So that was my whole thing. And I have no disrespect to the curly head kid. He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I just know that it was based on type shit. Like, well, how the fuck you gonna cast somebody as me, like the look-alike? You feel me? So I told Pac, and he was like, damn, word. So he just kind of just bounces. I'll be right back. So like, and not thinking nothing of it. Then he come back and he like, yo, I got you a role. He's like, it ain't a big role, but it's got a little cameo. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So that's what I did. So I did that part in Juice. Yeah,
So,
that popped off out there uptown too, man. I had to we just had to show peace and love. That's all. It was some dudes out there, whatever, and they was acting up. Security ain't know how to deal with them, so I dealt with them. I talked to them like men, and they was grown men, and they understood, and we resolved everything right there. So shout outs to Uptown. Uptown has
best
always been, you know, reasonable. They've always been hustlers, so they know how to, what I'm saying, understand. You feel me?
right.
Yeah.
Somebody put in the comments, so he took his girl. So isn't that pretty dope that the guy who was playing you ended up taking his girl?
Yeah, that's pretty dope. But I'd have gave her back. Shit, she wasn't. That was the. I don't know. You could have got a better one. You know what I'm saying? I could have brought one with me if I knew that.
Right. At this point, where does Special Ed find itself in between the second album, working his way up to Crooklyn Dodgers?
By that time, I'm in the Dollar Cab Lab heavy. I had the Dollar Cab Lab set up in on Utica Ave and Avenue M, and we was just recording in there, going bananas, doing all kind of projects. I was doing recordings with like all the original Low Lives. Shout out to the Low Lives, Brooklyn internationally. Y'all know what that is. I did songs with like I said, Biggie and Pac used to come through. I was on did production on 2 Pac albums. I did production on a lot of Boot Camp. Well, let me say this. Boot Camp came in and they always mostly had all their samples and everything together, but we also contributed some tracks, period, to just the whole movement. And rest in peace to Sean Price, rest in peace to Biggie, rest in peace to Pac. Um, just working with all these people. Buster came through, everybody done came through. Latifah done popped up on us at the lab. And it was like a place that everybody can come and vibe and know they safe and know that you're amongst family. You feel me?
Right.
So that was always the vibe with the Dollar Cab Lab. So shout outs to everybody that have been over there recording and doing anything. I done recorded songs with everybody, man. Omar Epps, Sluggy Ranks, you name it, man. Like a bunch of people that actually I'm getting ready to put some stuff out. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put some stuff out from the Dollar Cab Lab and in this new millennium, man, we're gonna do some interesting things in this millennium. I promise you that. I'm gonna actually be back very shortly because I'm putting together the whole schematics for uh, this venture. Let's say this venture that's gonna shift the economics of this whole hip hop industry, game, the streets, entrepreneurship, everything. You feel me? I'm
Right.
working with a lot of bright, intelligent people of all races, genders, all that. You know what I'm saying? So we coming together as a human race. You know,
Dope.
we gonna help to promote some change and positivity.
Dope. Can you take me back to Crooklyn Dodgers, how that came about, and was a whole album supposed to materialize?
Q-Tip called, and I guess Spike called him, and Q-Tip was like, he's recruiting artists from Brooklyn, and if I want to be on the song, I said hell yeah, because for one, I never did like a movie soundtrack. For two, I never really did a collaboration outside of my niggas, my crew. And then part three was hell yeah, if you're gonna represent Brooklyn, represent it right, because I represented Brooklyn from day one. I put Flatbush on the map. Me, I put Flatbush, Brooklyn on the map. Period. So everybody out here talking about, you know, Flatbush this, Flatbush that, day this, day that, and they woo woo woo. I put that shit on my back and walked around the world. So just respect that.
No doubt. Was the whole album supposed to materialize with you and Matt
Yeah,
Bass
they
and
wanted
Buckshot?
to, but nobody ever came up with a budget or nothing. I mean, I was always down. You know, I'm down for anything progressive and productive that's going to uplift my brothers and sisters. I'm there. So, yeah, it was supposed to be, but it never really materialized. It never really materialized, and I didn't understand why, because I had the studio, the recording facility that we could have worked, and, you know, just is what it is. Politics,
Right.
I guess. But, you know, I love my brothers, Ace, Buckshot, and I think they all felt the same sentiment. Like, okay, so let's do it. But how? You know what I'm saying? Who got the budget? Where we going? What's up? You feel me?
Right.
I mean, shit, MCA Records should have took that up. MCA Records should have seen the effect that the single had on the market and dropped the budget. Like, here, y'all go record this album. You feel me? But they didn't do that. And that's
Right.
where they dropped the ball. But what they did do is do a Crooklyn 2. Shout outs to everybody on that one. And that was dope too. Who was on it? OC,
Chub Rock.
Chubb Rock, and J. Rue.
Yeah.
I didn't even know OC was from Brooklyn.
Yeah, me neither.
Shit. Nah. But when I heard him on that, I was like, oh shit. I'm saying you good with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh, did that collaboration fuel your passion to get back in the studio after not recording an album for Profile?
Well, I've been recording, whether for profile or not is the whole nother story, but I always record. I had a studio. I didn't have a studio for everybody else. I had a studio for me and then for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? In that
Right.
order. Yeah.
What do you remember most about recording Revelations for Profile? And did they have a problem with the link between your second and third album?
Those was all legalities, man. A lot of shit popped off at that point. I was in and out of court because they tried to lock me up for 6 albums, and it was, to my knowledge, it was supposed to be 3, but they threw in a option every period. So 3 became 6. So I was like, oh, hell no. You're not about to tie me up. I was a little kid. Y'all try to whoop-de-whoop me and doop-de-doop me and don't want to pay me properly? Nah, I ain't doing that. I remember they told me I was at 480. So I was like, yes, let me go get my motherfucking money. I go up to the profile. I go up to the Corey office. This motherfucker write me a check for like, I don't know, like 100 and something $1,000. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I'm like, where the bread? Well, we're gonna give you that for now, and then we're gonna figure out the rest and what's going on. How the fuck you mean what's going on? I know what's going on. 480. Let's go off of 480. So that's where the problem began. But you know, it was it was a lesson in life, you know what I'm saying? And it was a lesson in um how not to be taken advantage of. How about that?
Right, right,
Because my thing, like, you're not going about to take advantage of me? Hell no. We don't do that. I learned early. I got 4 older brothers, If I let anybody take advantage of me, then you know, just put it like this, man. I know when somebody being disrespectful. I know how to get respect, and I know how to deal with shit like that. So, I grew up clear. We clear. You feel me?
Best memories of creating Revelations.
My best memory of creating Revelations is probably when we went to some studio. I forgot what it was, and I bought a brand new plate of peppered steak from Sally's on Avenue D, right next to, right across from Real Image. Rest in peace to Dre. He was one of my guys from Tilden, and he was a barber in the hood. He hooked me up. That was my barber too. I had a lot of different barbers, but that's when Dre was my guy, right? So we went to school. He basically danced, and I got it made. He was down with all the people I was down with in that kind of ways, and he cut my hair. So I, shout him out, man. He just passed away last year too, and a lot of people, that I know have been passing away early. I think we've been compromised already earlier in the years that predate our birth. You understand?
Right.
Okay. So yeah, man. What I was saying, who we talking about?
Best memories of Revelations.
Oh yeah. So I went to the studio. I bought this brand new plate of food, Sally's pepper steak. That's my favorite. Yo, if y'all know me, you're not fucking with my pepper steak. Y'all, please. Okay, so I go to the studio and we blowing, doing a session, whatever. And then I wake up and my pepper steak is gone. I ain't even eat it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a little nap. When I wake up, I'm going to eat my pepper steak. Yo, I went and asked around. Nobody wanted to say nothing. So hold up. I'm in here paying for my session, sleeping in the room, and y'all come in here and take my shit and throw it away? Hell no, nigga. I went in they shit. I took their whole computer, Apple computer, plugs, everything, screen, keyboard. I was like, yo, don't fuck with a nigga food. You heard?
Right.
And I took that shit and walked out. I think it must have been like Quad or one of them studios in the city. And then they called the record label, like, could y'all tell Special Ed to get back our computer? Where my food? And I'm still asking, where my food? Anyway, I was different as a youth. We used to turn over tables on Flatbush, on Canal Street, in the city, in the village. If I saw my CD on your table, I was turning it over. Period. As as curly headed and as cute as you think I look, I would turn your table over.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they took
Overall,
my food, man. That was the best memory though, because I was like, yo, it was in a good moment, but it stood out. It was like, you know what? Fuck this. Y'all play too much.
right.
And what else can you really do? You know what I'm saying? And nobody even wanted to address it. Like, I pay for my plate, whatever. Nobody wanted to say nothing. So I was like, oh, y'all don't want to say nothing? Okay, well, y'all gonna say something now. So I just plugged they shit out, boop, 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 put that shit right under my arm and walked out. Holla, holla. That's how we do it. That's how Flatbush, Brooklyn do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Take us back to the relationship after this album with Profile Records.
Oh, that was it. Relationship over after Revelations. That's why we cut it out. Yeah.
Even though they thought they had you in a 6 album deal, was it a
No, I
long
took
legal
them to
battle?
court. We got all that wrapped up.
Okay.
That's why. So I made it in a way whereas the numbers change if they wanted to see. It really was. It went to 4, but the last one was an option that they had to exercise. That they had to pay more money. So they didn't want to give up that type of money at that time. See, I was working up here. So we went back and they got it cut down. And it's like, okay, so if we're going to do an album, we need a real budget. So they put that in the contract, the dollar amounts. And they didn't want to do that because they weren't used to. They used to nickel and diamond motherfuckers and getting free work, free labor. You know what I'm saying?
No
Yeah.
doubt. 2004, Special Ed forms his own label. Can you take us back to what inspired that?
I just always wanted to be my own independent machine because I watched Profile. They were a actual distributor, a manufacturer, and a record label all in one. And that's that's it. When you hear that, you understand the dynamics. You know what's going on as far as, you know, accountability.
Right.
It, and there was no sound scan during that time, so it was interesting. That's an interesting concept in itself. Now you can almost kind of track things. Back then, I couldn't track nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You released your last album, I Still Got It Made. What kind of reaction did Special Ed get on that?
I got some good positive feedback from my people, my artists, everybody around me. That was one of my favorite projects. Like I said, I had the opportunity to do it all myself with my own money, my own everything. My collaborations was all genuine. I had a bunch of nice collabs on there. The Dog Pound, Snoop Dogg, Sizzla Kalungi, um, Wilma Raglan, OG, OG, and who else? I had quite a few people up there, man. I just um I just worked with who I wanted to work with. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah,
The way it should be.
yeah, exactly.
In recent years, you linked up with the alumni. How did that come about?
Um, the alumni came out of necessity. Like, some artists get more of the work. So we packaged ourselves together so that we can get more of those dates, and more of the bigger shows and things of that nature, just to bring some attention to the scene, something different. We all on stage together in a collaborative effort. It's a big difference, you know what I mean, than just coming out and seeing a regular show. What we do is an experience. The alumni experience is something that hip hop needed. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to witness you guys twice, and it is a show to be seen. How has COVID affected that, and are we getting tour dates kind of lined up for the future alumni shows?
Yeah, we just had a show at Super Bowl in Tampa, and it was an outdoor show, a drive-in, and we have actually another drive-in show April 10th in Dallas. So we'll be in Dallas. Oh shit, I'm gonna go holla at my boo. Yeah, my boo, my boo Badu out in Dallas, and my man DOC. Shout outs to the OG. I gotta holla at them when I go out there, and yeah, my man King Ashoka. Holla at the boy. DC is lit. I mean Dallas. Dallas is lit.
For your long-term fans who have been keeping up with you, can you catch us up on what Special Ed has been up to throughout the years?
Man, I work, man. I put in work in all areas. Any industry I step into, I put in work, man. I'm in different industries. I'm in the tech industry. I'm in the music industry. I'm in the transportation industry. Man, I'm in the philanthropic space. It's a lot. What I mean, shit, I'm trying to do everything I can. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Anything positive, you know, I do. I got time. I got time today.
No doubt.
Right.
Can you tell us what you're currently working on and what we can look forward from you in the future?
Yeah, I'm currently working on, well, put it like this. I'm working with a lot of people to do something really different and phenomenal to this whole industry, and to just entrepreneurship in general. And the approach to business and how we monetize and do things. So I'm working on that, man. That'll be, within the next 30 to 60 days, I'll be doing some sort of press conference, press release. I'll be back on your platform as well. If you will
Absolutely.
have me return,
Absolutely.
yeah, and I'll be sharing the good news with everyone. Send
Exclusive.
media, send media, send media.
Absolutely. We would
Yeah.
love to have you. Before
And
we get out of here, were you about to say
hold up,
something?
hold up. Yeah, I'm also doing some releases from, well, first of all, shout outs to my artist, City the Great. City the Great. That's one of my artists. And he's been on the grind doing his thing for years, right? And Certified Nation, shout out to his team. And also, I am releasing a bunch of unreleased archive materials from the Dollar Cab Lab, from my studio in Brooklyn. So, to all those artists that have passed away, I will be giving that money to your families, to your children, whatever is monetized from it. So I'll reach out to them and deal with that. And I got projects, like I said, I got projects from different groups within the Low Life organization and outside of them. Even like I said, I got probably about 5, 6 songs with Omar Epps. I don't know, what does he want to do with them? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna basically put all this stuff together. I got boot camp stuff. I got 70 that tapes, and I'm dumping them all. So we're gonna squeeze a few albums out of that, and that's gonna be a treat. I gotta do something real nice and exclusive and around that package. That, you know what I'm saying?
We can expect that this year?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, we in
Okay.
a digital age, baby.
Right.
Yeah, we in a digital age now. I ain't gotta wait for nobody for
Right.
nothing. You feel me?
Over the years, what does Special Ed consider his greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement is my 3 children. You know what I'm saying? My 3 children, Janisha, Eddie Jr., and Brandon, and that's it. I don't. All that shit I could buy is not an achievement. You know what I'm saying? Shit I can obtain is not an achievement. But
Right.
to make these seed and raise them properly and instill values and real deal life is what it's about.
Right.
All this
Like I
other
said,
shit, smoke and mirrors. I don't even watch TV, man. I got one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, about 8, 9 big ass TVs around here, and I don't turn none of them on. My kids
right.
want to watch, my company want to watch, whoever want to come watch. You know what I'm saying? But I just, I'm different.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining this evening,
Thanks for
us this
having me,
evening.
man.
Hey, as a 14-year-old kid running home to watch Special Ed's I Got It Made, this is definitely
Video
a
Music
highlight.
Box. Where you grew up?
Nah, we was watching Yo MTV Raps,
Oh, copy that, copy that.
Rap City.
And then they used to have, whatever happened to them TV shows? You got to call in and request, and you would be paying like $5 to request a song and shit.
Right.
What they call that? I forgot. The box or some shit.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
I
All right.
mean, it was mandatory that I Got It Made had to be on every show all the time. So that was just a
Yeah, it was. I had
highlight.
some great success with that, man. That was a blessing, and just if when you think about it, you got to listen to the lyrics, man, and think about how that's applicable in these days and times,
Right.
and what it means, what the things mean.
Right.
A lot of things it take a while to decipher, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
when you decipher it, you get it.
Before we get out of here, can you shout out your social media and where we can find everything Special Ed?
Okay, you can find everything Special Ed at Special Ed Music on every platform, and at Special Ed on Twitter, and $ Special Ed on my crypto wallet. So anybody got some money or crypto or anything, they need to pay me You could pay me like you pay Tesla in any of them currencies you want, right? $ special ed. I got $ special ed, $OG, Eddie, Flatbush. You could send money to, I got, look, any way you want to send it, fool.
No doubt. Any last words for your longtime fans?
I have words for my longtime fan. Did I come back yet? Because my phone rang.
You're almost there.
Almost. Okay, yeah. Any words for my longtime fans? Please be careful, be aware, be intelligent, and behave that way in public. You know, we have to keep our mental health. They are playing with our minds. They're playing with our emotions. They're playing with our families. They're playing with our children. And if y'all go get y'all stimulus checks, y'all tax money, whatever, blah, 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 go get a gun. Defend yourself. Get a rifle, get a shotgun, get a handgun. Spend that government money on a gun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, Special Ed, thank you for everything you've done for the culture.
Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
the inspiration. And like you said, man, I'd love to have you back. So please, let's do this all over again.
Yeah, no worries. I love y'all. And be safe out there. That's all I'm saying. And when I say go get a gun, that's not to point it at your brother or your sister or your cousin or your uncle
Right.
or your aunt. That's to defend your home, your freedoms, your family, and your children. Period. We not pointing the gun at nobody that look like us.
Facts.
Never do that. All right. You point the gun at the right person.
Right.
Okay. It's only for protection of your life and your family life, but it is your God-given right in this country. So before they start fucking around, go get you yours. You got that 1,200 or whatever they gave you.
Right.
Everybody got it, right?
Right.
Yeah, you get something nice for like 300, 400. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You spend the whole rack. Shit, you military.
This has been episode
Yeah.
124 of History Lessons. That's legendary Special Ed. Thank you so much, Ed.
All right, peace to y'all, man. Salute. I love
Salute.
y'all. Stay strong.
Peace.
Peace.
That was the legendary Special Ed. This will be immediately posted to the page. If you missed the interview, be sure to go back out and check it out. Hey, Howie T, we need to hook up. Anybody got Howie T's info? DM him. Let him know we need to get together. Appreciate everybody for joining for this special episode. Salute my man Broadway, everybody in the building, DITC. I see everybody. I wish I could shout you all out, but you know who you are. This has been History Lessons, episode 124. And I'm out of here. See you. Prince Low, my guy. Hitman, holla at you. There we go, Howie T. I've been sending you a message, so be on the lookout or DM me. Let's get together. Look out for that Howie T interview. We need the stories. Appreciate you guys. Peace.